Welcome to another exciting episode of Doug's Electronic Repair Bench.
Good afternoon, YouTube. Here with you on this Thursday afternoon. Yes, I'm playing around again. You can see 9 volt, well, I don't know if you can see it or not, 9 volt FM transmitter. This is what I'm building. Take a little bit bigger shot there. I don't know, I've seen this done several times on YouTube. It's usually by the same guy, so kind of figuring this might work. I've got this much done here, and I kind of taking my time. Now I don't have, I don't have this yet. I've got it ordered, but it's not here yet. So what I'm going to do is just put a 33 in there temporarily and use that. Now the 6 turns, I've got to make that yet too. That's over a 3/32 drill bit. Got to make that. Not a big hurry about that, but want to get that done. This needs to be done too. That will connect to the positive rail here. I have a negative and a positive rail, and you can see on the that's basically how I've got it laid out. I might have made this a little bit too small. I was trying to get it as compact as possible, and I've got a fly buzzing around here bugging me. I hate flies. Anyway, the positive rail is here, the negative rail is here, and so far it's working out pretty good. But I'm going to run into a little tight space here with this, especially when I get that trimmer cap in. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit bigger. I think I'm going to have to put it over here. Somewhere like that, and do that. But anyway, I just wanted to show you what I've been working on, or what I am working on, and I may bring you back. In fact, I probably will once I get some more done. So you guys stay tuned, and we'll be back in a little bit. Alright, what we have here is the completed product, and I'm going to point out some things. This is the positive lead. Negative, that's the input for the audio. Goes through this little cap here. Now the rest of this was basically laid out exactly the same as what I saw on the video, and you see the schematic here. Now the only thing I don't have is this. I guess I could look up here. This trimmer cap. I have one ordered. And of course it's coming from not China, but some other foreign country. I'm not sure exactly where it was now, but anyway, that's been ordered. I had 233s in here to begin with, and I couldn't get it. I was getting 112 megahertz on the frequency, and anything and everything I did. I increased the capacitance, I decreased the capacitance, I increased the space on the coil, I decreased the space on the coil. Everything I did made the frequency go up. It didn't matter what it was, the frequency went up. So I decided this guy that did this has got 2 or 3 other videos on basically this same circuit. Now the one he did on a this was actually done on a board that he designed, and had it, you know, a foil board where it was all laid out with everything. You just put the parts in. So I thought, well, I'll build it on this kind of board. It's not so much difference, but anywho. So then I got and started looking some more, and I found out that he did the same thing on a board like this. Basically, it was just a piece of plastic, and he drilled some holes in it to tie everything together. And basically, it was just put together like this. But, and I checked all the components and all this stuff. Now this one is not here. This one has not been put in. This is for the condenser mic, which is right here. I'm not using a condenser mic. I'm using just standard audio from the phone. And it's coming through, basically right here is where it's coming in at. And like I say, I didn't even bother putting that in there because it didn't really need it. So, and I have heard the audio come out of the radio. It was very garbled, and like I said, the frequency was on 112 or 13, maybe 111, whatever it was. It was way above what it needed to be. But anyway, so like I was saying, I found this other video by the same guy, and in that video, he uses a four-turn coil instead of 5 turns like this one is. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I need to reduce the coil, and his seem to be more spaced out than this is. And on this one here they did on the breadboard, he is using two 33 PF caps here across each other, across the coil together, I guess is what I would say. So I think I'm going to try that next and see if I can get my frequency down to where it needs to be and get this to work. It works, like I said, I did hear audio coming out of the radio, but just barely. And I also, I was using the breadboard power supply, but it has a lot of hum in it, and I thought, well, I'm just going to go with this 6-volt battery. This is the one for the Juliet, and I've got it set up for 6 volts, and I've been using it, so there's no hum that way. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to take that coil out, and I'm going to redo those capacitors in there and redo that coil, and we're going to try it again, see what happens. Stay tuned. Alright, there's what we've got. I'm going the wrong way on this. Something's definitely wrong somewhere. It's not stable. For one thing, it's not stable. I've got the 4 turns now. I've got the two 33 picofarad caps parallel to the coil. Everything else is hooked up as far as I know. You can see how my pickup is for my frequency counters, just on the outside of the antenna. You can't do that one hand for some reason. These clip leads are just so bad. Anyway, there it is. See, this is what I'm talking about. There's something wrong somewhere. I know it's not oscillating at 234 megahertz. Sorry, it's not. And if it is, I have no freaking idea why it is. It's just weird. I'm gonna double check all my circuitry and go from there. But this is, you know, I think me and experimental electronics do not get along. This is why I got fed up, or not fed up, but disenchanted, discouraged, whatever you want to call it, with the breadboarding. And everything I looked about on this said, it pointed to the fact that it didn't work on breadboarding so well. So I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and build it on a circuit board. I've got plenty of them. So that's what I did. And like I said, that schematic's pretty darn easy to follow. And that's basically what he did. He put a rail on each side, positive and a negative rail. And, you know, that's what he did. So, you know, same values. I even checked all the resistors. Now, the capacitors may have been a little bit off, but, you know. And I've tried it with the 5-turn coil, and I've tried it now with the 4-turn coil. Neither one works worth a darn. So, you know, I don't know what else to do. But this is supposed to provide a good stout signal with this little antenna. So, by the way, that's the length of the antenna. So, back to the drawing board is all I can do. I did have some wiring done wrong last time. I noticed when I got to redoing some stuff under there. So I'm going to double check everything and make sure that it's right. But if it is, then like I said, this is what it's measuring. I don't know if you could see that before, but there it is, 234 megahertz. Like I said, this is crazy. Why, I don't know, but it is. So that's going to do this for this time. This was a definite fail. Like I said, I may check this evening and see what it comes up to be, if I can find a problem that I've done or something, and go from there. But for now, that's it. You guys have a wonderful evening. And I started this thing at a little after 11 this morning. It's just been working on it off and on. Had a couple phone calls from Wally. Wally's place 66. Looking for some help with his meters, his Simpson meters. And then I had a call from my brother-in-law, Jim. They're down in Florida. He was having some problems with his son's vehicle. And he sent me a little wiring diagram. Wanted to know if I knew anything about it, and I really didn't, because there wasn't much to see. And of course my daughter was back in the hospital today. Now she's out now. She went in last night with breathing problems. She has those once in a while because of her pulmonary hypertension, and I think they're changing her medication. So anyway, we'll see. She is back home, though, like I said, and so she's happy about that. Alright, so I think this is going to do it for this one. You guys, like I say, have a wonderful evening. Beautiful day here today. And tomorrow's Friday. The weekend's almost here. I don't even think about the weekend. I mean, being retired, every day's a weekend to me, so. Anywho, let me get off here and stop rambling, Marty. So you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. He will see ya.